Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wednesday Call Live. Brought to you today from beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. Now, let's hear it for special guest host, Andy Riddle.
All our toys over here. Oh, I mean, studio audience. Studio audience. That's what it is. So, what up, guys? How you guys doing? Everyone good?
What up?
Fired up, brother.
Woohoo!
So, well, cool. Well, let's get started. Let's get rolling. Hey, Alliance Nation. My name is Andy Riddle, and I'm on here with a bunch of my buddies that are out there fighting this war on poverty and doing the battles with us. And so we're going to share a bunch of stuff today. So I don't know what all they're going to share, but we're going to do a bunch of stuff because they all got different opinions because they're different people. So, but we'll get rolling with the TWC. Thank you, Andy and Jane, for entrusting us with the call today. We'll do our best not to screw it up, and we'll try very, very hard. But with this group of people on here, it's going to take some effort. So you know what I'm talking about, Terry, right? We can screw things up in a minute. Know it. So, well, let's kick it over. Let's do some leaderboards for this week. We got the TWC activity number leaderboards for this week. So, cool. All right. I'm going to kick it over to my radio guest to knock this out.
Well, good morning. Except this afternoon. Here we go. Leaderboards day. We're going to start at the top of the page or the bottom?
Let's go backwards, but start with the top thing. So like the top 3 life producers.
All right. Very good. Top 3 life producers this week. Number 3 with $16,965 submitted, Hutchinson. Number 2 with $19,167 submitted, Megan Wood. And the number 1 life producer this week, Kyle and Nina Wilson. Yay, with $20,699. Congratulations, everyone. And now the top 12 producers issue paid. Number 12, Jeff Schultz with $7,025, 10 applications. Number 11, Evan Patzer with $7,201, 11 applications. Eric and Jen Fuller start out the top 10 with $7,222, 9 applications. Jake and Varay Joseph, $7,351 with 12 applications. Gary Philistine, $7,452, 7 applications. Mercedes and Gustavo Terran, $7,745, 9 applications. Eric Penderson, $9,341. That's in 1 app. And now the top 5. Kavitha Anumalasetti. I hope I said that correct. $10,715, 1 application. Number 4, Hutchinson, $10,938 with 5 applications. Starting the top 3, Megan Wood with $11,245 issue paid, 30 applications. Lenoris Washington holds spot number 2 at $13,897 with 4 applications. And number 1, Trevor DeShaw, issue paid $14,520 in 2 applications. Top 5 annuity producers issue paid. Number 5. Oh, what are you doing?
They wanted to see you.
Oh my God. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey guys, you guys are awesome. Top 5 annuity producers issue paid. Number 5, Lucio Pantoja. Hope I said that correctly. $75,904. Number 4, Jake and Varay Joseph. $96,840. Number 3, George and Penny Wilson. $100,779. Number 2, issue paid annuity, Jerry and Cassie Burbage, $154,495. And the number 1 issue paid annuity producer for this past week, Eric and Brandy Nelson, $307,000. Great job, everyone. And now we move on to Foresters. Top 3 with Foresters. Number 3, 2 applications, $4,945. That's Tony Smith. Number 2, with 5 life apps, total of $5,203. That's Gary Philistine. And number 1, with 6 life applications, $5,308. Chrissy Arn. Great job. Great job. Top CVS producers, the top three. In the 3rd spot, Jake and Varay Joseph, 2 applications, $2,264. Very good. In the 2nd spot, with 1 application for $2,625, that's Melinda O'Fallon. And number 1, with 5 CVS applications, $4,799 submitted, issue paid. That's Mercedes and Gustavo Terran. Yay! And now for the top 10 recruiters. Number 10, with 2 recruits, Lou Abadi. Number 9, also with 2, Tyler Vasilik. Hope I said that correctly. Number 8, with 2, Anna Arias. Number 7, with 2, Marvin and Rachel Osuna. Bringing in number 6 spot with 3 recruits, Yennefer Camacho de Pena. Top 5. We're at the top 5 now. In the 5th spot, Stephen and Holly Davies with 4 recruits. The 4th spot, Fitzgerald with 4 recruits. And now the top 3. In the 3rd spot, Olga and Jason Mathis with 5 recruits. In spot number 2, Diane Lampy with 5 recruits. And in the number 1 spot this week with 6 recruits, Brandon and Ashley Beal. Congratulations.
Awesome job.
Are we plowing on?
So the next one we're going to be doing is where they're paying out the top 50 producers, and they're paying out $75,000. We'll just hit the top 5 on this one, but there's a list. He's actually paying out the top 50 people are going to get money. So, but currently in the top 5 position, in 5th place is Jake and Varay Joseph, and if they stay there, they would get $3,300. In 4th place is Eric and Brandy Nelson, and they finished there, $3,500.
Mm-hmm.
Hutch Hutchinson in 3rd would be $3,700. Lenoris Washington is in 2nd, if she finishes there, would be $4,000. And in 1st place is Megan Wood, would be bringing home $5,000 if she finished there. And she's got a pretty big lead, so good shot she finishes there. But you never know. Someone can catch up. So, all right. The next one's an agency manager 100K giveaway. Again, Andy's giving out for growth based off their organizations, and he pays out a bunch of different spots. I can't remember how many it was. I had it here a second ago, but she scrolled down for me. 30 spots. So the top 30. So top 5. If they finish this way, the currently top 5, Patrick Connors would get $5,000. Mike and Kerry Williams would get $5,500 in 4th spot. Jake and Vray Joseph in 3rd spot would end up with $6,500. 2nd spot, Jerry and Cassie Burbage would bring home $8,000. And Martez Washington would bring home $10,000 in the 1st spot if the contest was to end today, but it does not end today. So you still have time to pass all those people. So, but it's based off hierarchy growth percentages, and that's a 100K giveaway right there. So next one, Forrester's 100K giveaway for producers with Forrester's. Forrester's giving away $100,000 to the top producers in the country with the Forrester's giveaway, and they're actually giving it out 100 positions. So if you finish in the top 100 with Forrester's, you will get money. And Shannon, I think they like your voice better than mine. So
No.
I think everyone fell asleep when I took it over, so we'll go back to you.
Oh,
so
my gracious.
You want to do the top 5 of the Forrester's contest?
Top 5 with Forrester's. 5th place is Eves Monet. Yay. And she will, if everything holds, collect $5,000. Rianne Clow is in position currently to earn $5,500 in 4th place. Hutch Hutchinson, if all stays the same, will be getting $6,500. 2nd place with an $8,000 prize, Eric and Jen Fuller. And then 1st place currently in the Forrester's 100K giveaway is Tony Smith.
That's my man there, Tony.
I see your name beside him.
Yeah, I'm fired up for him. We were talking yesterday about how he's going to keep that number 1 spot for the rest of the year. So I'm all about it.
I'm coming for him.
You hear that, Tony? Rojas is coming for you. Rojas, I don't even see you on here. Where you at?
I'm coming, baby.
You're in 13th. You got a long ways to come.
All right.
All right. Next one, the CVS top. CVS giving out 25,000 for the top producers. They're paying out 25 spots. We'll cover the top 5 current.
Yes, sir. Top 5 current in 5th place with $1,400 on the line. Jake and Vray Joseph. 4th place, $1,400 again. Jonathan and Megan Yakey. 3rd place, $1,500. Kyle and Nina Wilson. 2nd place currently, that was possibly get a check for $1,600. Mercedes and Gustavo Terran. And then top number 1, top prize $2,000 if all stands like it is, Miss Megan Wood.
Woohoo.
Congratulations, everyone.
It's weird. Megan Wood's like on the top of all of them. We should add up like how much money she's going to get. It's crazy. Because it doesn't sound that like it's like $2,000 for CVS, then it's like $10,000 for another thing, and then another $5,000. I mean, she's just cleaning up house. All right, the next one is the Alaska leaderboard. These are the people that have currently hit. Megan Wood, who we were just talking about, has hit Seattle for 4, so she got 4 people going.
Wow!
And then all those people in the dark blue got the extension, so they're going to Alaska and the extension in Seattle. Then when we get down below, these are all the people that have already qualified for the Alaska cruise, and they're still trying to get up to that extension. And then we have 2 new ones this week. Let's see. I'm guessing who they are. All right. The 2 new ones that hit it this week that just qualified within the last 7 days is Eric and Brandy Nelson for the Alaska for 2. And we also have Gary Philistine from Jason and Olga's team qualified for Alaska, and he's now going to be joining us on the ship.
All right.
Congratulations to the 2 new ones that have hit it. And there's still a month and a half left, guys, to make that trip. So make sure you push the last month and a half. Don't wait for the last week. That's when it gets scary. So to get through it. We have the extreme leaderboard for Alaska that's up there. We just scrolled through real quick. But yeah, that's where you can get, once you qualify for Alaska, you can get some cash and get more money. Currently in the number 1 spot, Stephen and Holly Davies would bring home $98,619.10. Megan Wood 2nd, Paul Roberts 3rd, Hutch Hutchinson 4th, and Jeremy and Amy Patton are 5th. So you can see that leaderboard there, but it's just that changes a lot week to week because it's based on how much over the contest you go. So that one there. All right. And now we have our national convention. So coming up in January 20th through 23rd in our home office there in Burlington, North Carolina, we have our national convention. These are the managers that are leading the way with having people from their team attend and sign up to go. There's still a deal going on for the tickets to where you can get the early bird specials through, so you can still get that. But these are the guys doing it. Mike and Kate Marisi got to hang out with them last week down at a conference we went down in West Palm Beach. They're in first with 36 tickets. Adam Katz, who was there as well, at 24. Terry and Tia Edwards and Mike Hartlieb. And then the ABTF, the corporate office recruiting staff, is 5th. So that's the top 5 there. But guys, we have our national convention coming up January 20th through 23rd, again at the corporate office there in Burlington, North Carolina. Definitely get there. If you're a new agent with us and not sure what that is, and you just heard all this crazy stuff with that Alaskan cruise and the Seattle trip, then you say, hey, I want to go on trips, all expense paid trips like that. If you started with us after October 1st and you attend the convention, you go get a ticket, get up there to Burlington and attend the convention, you'll get 40,000 bonus points towards the next trip. So the next trip has not been officially announced yet where we're going, but it will be someplace crazy, cool, fun. And I recommend going because it's so much fun to go on these trips. And again, the 100% all expense paid for. So by attending the conference, 1, you'll get 40,000 points. But 2 is Andy brings all the top leaders all over the country into one spot where you can really jumpstart your business at least by 6 months from where you would be if you did not attend. So it's definitely one of those things that you want to get to for multiple reasons. 1, for the training. 2, because we just have so much fun and hanging out and get to hang out and have fun with each other. And then the third thing is you get those bonus points for the trip. So definitely make sure you get that. If you want to know where to go to sign up for it, it's in the ARC under there. You can just get to this page and there's a button right there in the middle where it says register. You click that and just fill it out. And to sign up for the conference and stuff there in January at the corporate office. So,
hey, Riddle, one thing that I'll add to that, anybody who's on the fence about going, if they're brand new and they're like, oh, this sounds really fun, I'd like to go. Those tickets, the early bird pricing will change on November 30th. It'll go up to $415. So if you're on the fence, get it now before it goes up another $110. And then it'll go up again in December. So you don't want to wait. You want to get them now.
Can they start the payment plan if they do that by November, the end of the month?
Yeah, they can still do $50 down and that'll lock them into that payment plan till the end of the year.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome. You heard it from Tia. She's the boss on this stuff. So, well, that's all the leaderboards I got. I don't think I missed any, but I just want to get some of my buddies on here. I think a few more may be joining us. They're out running appointments and doing things, but I'm just going to hit the ones we got now. And more come on, we'll just bring them on. So, I'm going to start with my buddy Jason and Olga Mathis, because they are just going nuts right now with the things they're doing. He was asking me and Andy some questions the other day about stuff to just really explode their business. And I know Jason and Olga are doing a lot of things, getting out there, traveling, and just growing their business. And I think they have aspirations to go partner. If they don't, they're doing things like they want to. So I'm not sure which way it is, but so Jason, Olga, kind of introduce yourself a little bit and then tell them some of the stuff that you guys are doing and some of the stuff, the great things that are going on inside your team with some of the guys you got doing stuff as well.
Well, my name is Olga and my sexy husband, Jason Mathis. Well, we are fired up and super excited being with the Alliance. Super grateful. Thank you so much for inviting us to this call. And thank you, Andy and Jane, our bride, for giving us this shot to be in this company. And I'm fired up and we really want to go partner. And so excited traveling and I went to Aruba with all you guys. It was so funny to see Brian and a big horse, and that was so funny. So it's awesome to see, for example, Gary and Esther Philistine that just got this trip to Alaska. He went to Aruba. They went to Aruba with us. We had so much fun together. First time for them. And let me tell you, we're planning to bring more people to Aruba. And with that 40,000 points, that is crazy, guys, especially for new people. You have to do it now because 40,000 points, I never see that before. Okay, so we really want to see the new people and 40,000 points. I say, what the heck Andy Albright is doing? But what's so awesome and see people growing, and Jason, and we're going to travel more. And in Tampa, we had such a good time last week with our grandpa, Big Mike, and Lou, and everybody there, and Brian, and everybody there, Stephanie and Michelle. So it's awesome to see people growing. And I know Jason is helping people to grow in this business. And I'm doing my dials and inviting people to go to my rally point and going with them to see how we sell, how we help families, so how they can do it. So we're giving hope to people. And I'm going to pass to Jason, and he'll tell you more awesome things.
Thank you, Mommy. Yeah, thanks for having us on the call. I'm fired up, Riddle. I was talking with Esther, which is Gary's wife, in Aruba. And they had made the trip and COVID had pushed it off and all this kind of stuff. And Esther told me and Gary, she was telling Gary, and she supports him 100% in the business. She's like, you're going to make the trip every single year. And don't be messing with these Haitian women. I'm telling you, she got on him, and Gary was like, I'm like, Gary, what you going to do? He's like, I'm going to make the trip. I'm like, that's a good idea. And so today, to see him on the leader, I was like, I didn't have, ain't going to have to go pick up no bodies later on. When you don't trip, don't be made. He made the trip. So that was awesome. One of the things I love is the camaraderie and the working relationship we got with people. Hey, guess what? It's absolutely perfect. I got a perfect relationship with my wife. I got a perfect relationship with my mama and my brothers and sisters and people who coach me. Nothing ever goes wrong. And I was talking with Andy Riddle and Andy Albright about my travel schedule. And I was telling Olga, I was like, well, what are we going to do? I got to start traveling more. And we started going round and round about it. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to talk to Andy Riddle and Andy Albright and kind of take all the headspace out of it. So they texted. So Andy Albright he texted me back, and I didn't like what I heard, Riddle. I was like, and I was just, I'm like fighting it like a little kid. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. So, traveling more, getting out there, helping people, really building that relationship, letting them know that you're in the fight with them. I was talking with an agent today. They had a question about something, and I'm like, I'm in. And I called them up, and we called corporate. We got Ivy Wilson involved, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. It's a very simple thing to understand once it's explained, right? So once it's explained, it's like no big deal, but it's just getting to that explanation and letting somebody know that they're not completely crazy. This is a good question. Let's ask it. Let's find the answer. So we're going to do more traveling, more helping agents. We've got 2 rally points a week we do. We're going to be traveling more to Tampa, more to Jacksonville, more monthly events. We're going to be recruiting more nationwide, traveling to those locations, getting agency owners starting up around the country, and then working with this great group of people, the Edwards, the Marnies, the little Mia Fennell, and her man. I told her I met her boyfriend, or I don't know if I'm saying that wrong or right. I don't know. But I told T, I met this young man. I said, well, you can't teach tall. He's tall. He's bigger than me, and I like him. Okay. Yeah. 6'6". And I was like, all right. I'm like, hey man, what's up? So I like them because of that, but I like short people too. I like them all. If they short and can sell some insurance, I like them. That's what we're doing, man. We're getting out there, helping people, trying to meet them more, getting more people to the office, teaching them more, just showing them more.
Well, awesome, man. I'm fired up about what you guys doing. I know you're out there traveling like crazy. You and Olga were up in Tampa for a few days. We hung out for a little bit at the hot spot the other night, and then we both ran out of town the next day. And then we basically went to the South Florida, but we just went to different parts. So, but it's fun getting out there and seeing you guys go out there and build your team and continue to lead the way. We have an internal like Riddle team leaderboards that we share, and Jason and Olga's base shop is the highest of the managers. So there's a bunch of people coming after those two in my group trying to catch up to them. So usually what happens though is they'll break out someone else. Like they broke out Terry and Tia a while back, but it looks like they're going to break out another one soon. So that might be how people catch you, Jason. So the trick's going to be when you break out your next one, how to stay in first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I think some of these guys are just relying on catching you when you break out that next leg into managers. But I would say even when I do that, I'm still going to whoop your butt. So that's what I would say.
Learn that from you.
I can talk some junk. I can give you some junk talking tips and stuff. I sent Hartley a good junk talking a little earlier. He didn't like it. So, well, I'm proud of both of you guys. You guys are killing it. I'm going to be down there with you guys in a couple of weeks, right after Thanksgiving on the 30th. We're going to be doing a meeting down there in the Fort Lauderdale area. And, but you guys look on the charts. We'll kind of get into that in a little bit, but, there's meetings popping up all over the country. Jason and Olga are traveling like crazy people and stuff, and they got things going on all over the place. So look for them while they're out there traveling. They'll be doing meetings in your area. So make sure you jump in and plug your people into them. And if it's in a couple hour radius of where you're at, you should jump in yourself. So great job, guys. Proud of both of you guys, and keep it up. Keep leading the way in our group. I like chasing you. It gives me something to go after. I'm like, I got to run these guys down. So I like it. Great job. All right. We'll push it over to I don't know what word I was trying to come up with. Push it over to keep it on the Mathis team, but push it over to Terry and Tia and talk to them. Terry and Tia are like my buddies. I like talking trash to him because he talks trash back, and he's smarter than I am. So he's he comes up with these words I don't even know what they are and stuff. So, and then Tia starts yelling at me and all this kind of stuff. So.
Oh no, Andy. Hey y'all.
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
You were supposed to say smarter and better looking.
Well, that's a matter of
I agree with
opinion.
the better looking, Terry.
That is a matter of opinion, and we are not taking a poll, Lou.
And we need to make sure that you are on the next trip. So your passport is that back yet? Do I need to make a phone call?
I just need to get cool glasses like you got. Then I'll be as good looking. That's what I think it is.
All right, I'll send you a pair.
Well, Andy, hello everybody. First, we got to say we're thankful for Olga and Jason for bringing this opportunity to us. And thank you to Andy and Jane and you, Andy Riddle, for having us on the call today. Andy, we really appreciate your leadership, everything that you do for the Riddles group. So we really do thank you.
Well,
Terry, I noticed I heard Tia just interrupt us because she knew we'd just talk junk the whole time, and she had to stop it.
Look. Hey, I'm like, all right, we done got all the formalities out of the way. Back to the regular scheduled program of junk talking. Hey, speaking of junk talking, yeah, so it is crazy, man. 6 years ago, I had just lost my job, and on Craigslist. Now I got a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. I ain't never been instructed to go to Craigslist to look for an opportunity, but I was in a bind. And sometimes when you push a fighter in a corner, he gonna come out swinging, baby. So I got on my keyboard, I was typing up Craigslist and trying to figure out something, and I saw this ad that said too many leads, not enough agents, and had a conversation with Jason Mathis one Sunday evening, and he was in Miami, but he sounded like he was from North Carolina. I was like, this is a strange guy right here. I kind of like that combination, caliente and a little black eyed peas mixed up in there together. And talk to Jason about this opportunity, man. And I was like, I'm in. Like, there are some people on this call right now, Riddle, they really ain't got another plan, and they still ain't in. Like they in, but they got the big toe in. See, I was just like, I ain't got nothing else to do, so I jumped all the way in on this opportunity, man, and just started following our simple system and building relationships with you and Jason. Jason would take my phone call. I would wear him to death. I would call him 3-4 times a day, and he would answer every time. But just fired up, man, that somebody can go from being unemployed to literally creating a passive income that has freed us financially from the chains of bondage of corporate America, from the chains of economic poverty. I was thinking about it the other day. A lot of people worried about the economy, and I said, I am the economy, baby. It's on me to create it. So I'm just fired up about this opportunity, man. And just think, from Craigslist to traveling the world, making multiple six figures, where can you how can you not be fired up? So if you're on this call and you just got your big toe in the water, you still wondering, should I go all in? What else you got to lose? What else do you have to lose, man? So I'm just fired up about traveling. The team, OMG. The team is blowing up. So we got, that's my cheesecake man just plugged me. We got Thanksgiving coming up. I got a triple chocolate cheesecake coming where it's going to be half triple chocolate and half carrot cake. Woo! Make your tongue slap your brains out. But the team is growing like crazy. The dream team has just broken out our first agency manager, Mia Fennell, down in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're super, super excited about her. She's earning six figures and done broke the chains, and things are lining up. Her organization is growing like crazy. You got Kathy Hepburn. You got Eli Lazar coming on strong. You got Taylor Shank. Like, there's a lot of great stuff that's going to be coming out of the Fennell hierarchy. And I don't know how long her last name gonna be Fennell, but we're gonna just ride with it for right now, Jason. I don't know. I'm just saying. And then we have Bishop Joyce and Bishop Sheldon and Joyce McCarter. Their group is coming on strong. They hired their daughter Alana, who has about 20 people in licensing right now. So it's just a matter of fact, Jason, you got to keep putting them in, because a lot of times before you see the tsunami, there's an undercurrent that's going on. And I just want to just stop by here to let you know what you don't see on the surface. Just know there's an undercurrent of brewing, baby. We done hired this girl, Riddle. Her name is Deonica Reed. She's up under Alana McCarter, world-class sprinter. Like, she likes to run races, but she likes the short ones, the fast ones, the 100 meters and the 200 meters. Graduated from Campbell University. Big Mike, you do not step on a track at all. Me and you will meet at the donut shop, but not at the track meet. Track meets is not where we hang out at, Big Mike. Remember, structure and volume, baby. So Deonica Reed, she's doing a tremendous, we're really excited about her. Graduated from Campbell University, one of the fastest female sprinters in the state of North Carolina. Chelsea Robinson, just waiting for her license to issue. We got Miss Cheryl Morrison, who is if she burps, she's going to be over the qualification for Alaska. We're excited about her. Gosh knows, met this, me and Andy was at the Wake Forest NC State game on Saturday night. Now, to be clear, let me just, in full disclosure, we was at the game together, but we were sitting in different locations. He was in a comfortable climate-controlled environment, and I was amongst the common people in the elements. But the crazy part about it is we met this crazy sharp guy named Quadarius, where Andy met him and then connected him with me, and he came by the office. Come to find out, he dates Regine. You know Regine, the animal lover? Regine? Yeah, he dates her. But anyway, so we got this crazy sharp couple, Jeffrey and Grace Hollifield, in our neighborhood. So we're just fired up, man. We got a lot of new people coming. It is a new day here at the Dream Factory. what we're most excited about is traveling. And a lot of times, like I think back when I first got into this business, a lot of people think traveling, sometimes you got to go far, but sometimes you have to travel to get around the heat, right? So I remember when we first got started, me and Tia would literally drive to Burlington from our house for about 40 minutes every day, except the days that I was in the field. She would go 5 days a week. We would drive 2 separate cars because just in case something popped off with the kids, one of us can go and one of us can stay. But we wanted to get around Andy Albright, get around his staff to see what they do, how they do it, why they do it. We want to smell it. We wanted to touch it. We wanted to feel it, right? And then, just traveling down to Charlotte to check in with Mia and her team and look at her office and go down to Monroe, to Tanisha Staten's office, having meals with people. Another good traveling opportunity is our national convention, guys. National convention is going to be a game changer for the Alliance organization. But if you BYOB, bring your own breakthrough, it is going to be life-changing for everyone in attendance. So, man, I could go on and on. Tia done hit me up under the table a couple of times. But, man, I'm just really excited. Since family reunion, we've been to Houston. We got Kathy Hepburn down in Houston, Texas. She is blowing up. We've been to Fort Lauderdale, Raleigh, Orlando, Florida. We're really excited about, man, we just got so many good things going on, man. Jason, you better keep putting them in, bro, because it's just a matter of time. It's going to slap you so hard. It's going to come out of nowhere. It's going to be like an uppercut. I am the prettiest. And what Muhammad Ali said.
I will say, if Jason picked someone on this call to lose to, I think it would be you, Terry. He'd be okay with that one.
Yeah.
The rest of them, maybe not, but when it's in his group, it's usually a little bit of a softer punch.
That's right. So we're really excited, man, about really how to get people started faster. And it's pretty cool going back to some of our network marketing roots of, going from house to house, then from local event to a local event, then big event to a big event. Bro, it's about to be insane. Thank you so much, man. Jason, thank you for placing that Craigslist ad, brother. My life is
thank you for answering it.
Bro, my life is forever better because of you and Olga. And my family love you guys.
We love you too, man.
Terry, I still run Craigslist ads just because of you responded to one.
Well, they say I'm an outlier, but it's another outlier out there.
Yeah, Craigslist. You should get a commission from Craigslist with all the ads I run with them just because of you. I would have given up a long time ago if you didn't come out of one.
I've been thinking about, when I go partner, I'm gonna write a book then. See, a lot of people write a book before they rich. They think the book can get them rich, but I'm gonna get rich and then write a book, right? And the title of the book is going to be the Craigslist Millionaire. The Craigslist Millionaire.
Yeah, I like it. I'll tell you.
Love it, Terry.
I know Andy says this all the time. So we were down at Tony Robbins last week, and one of the things he said, if you want to make the curve faster to success, get around extremely successful people. You know what I mean? And that's basically what you're saying. Just get around and that curve. And when you write that book, you're going to break a lot of curves for a lot of people if they'll follow it. So awesome job. And I'm proud of both of you guys. I know you guys are working your butt off traveling. I know, Terry, you've been in Charlotte a lot. You're out in Houston, traveling around the country and just getting out there and helping your guys. But as you do it, you're willing to help anyone that's there. And I'm super proud about what you guys do. I'd love going to the Dream Factory. I was actually looking before the call my schedule when I can get back up there, because I want to get back up there. One, I got to pick up some suits from Mitch, but two, I got to get back up there anyway, because I just like hanging around your team up there. It's so much fun every time I come up there. So, and T always takes care of me. So
that's right.
Where's our upline?
Huh?
Where's our upline? Manzo.
Oh, Angela.
I don't know where she at.
Okay, so the inside joke is, being that Riddle didn't go with us to Aruba, Angela Manzo took great care of us with the Riddle financial debit credit card. We was wearing that thing out. We had to call and get a replacement card because the magnetic strip had wore out. We was wearing that thing out.
She's out there writing some premium so she can pay that off. That's what she's doing.
All right, appreciate you, man.
All right. Great job. Pretty proud of you guys. So, and keep looking because Terry and T are traveling all over too. And make sure you're looking on there. There's a new thing Robbie Kraft just added to the ARC. So when you go into the ARC under connections, the first thing that you'll see is Alliance hotspots. So for right now, you can go on there and you can see all the upcoming meetings that are posted. I know Gina's on November 14th. Oh, Tia's showing it to us right there. Hotspots. Click it. And boom, there you go. And you'll see all the meetings around you or around where your team are at, and they're updated on there. So they're putting different ones out there. And people are traveling the country and just getting out there and helping people. And it's one of those things that just keep your eye out on it. Not only are some of the guys in the company going out there and do it, but Andy's invested in his staff to also do it. I know he had on that list, he had Robbie and Brandon. We're both doing meetings too. So Andy's investing inside of that as well. So make sure you do it. And you can also click the November meetings and as well and have the upcoming meetings and stuff take you there as well. So just make sure you're looking for the hotspots. They're all popping up all over the country where you can plug in and plug your guys into it and make sure you're doing it. So, all right, Mia, we'll keep going down that leg. So the boss, the girl boss, I see that sign.
You see my sign? Girl boss. Hey, everybody. My name is Mia. I'm so happy to be here. We have a fun team. That's what I love about us. It's like we're all family. Everybody on this call, we were hanging out in Aruba. I introduced y'all to my boyfriend and everybody was so nice and welcoming. But I just love our team. It's really like this all the time, y'all, like cracking jokes, gagging on each other. It's crazy. But, you know, I really have to thank Tia and Terry, you know, how they supported me through this journey. It's insane how it just trickles down, you know, Riddle and then Olga and Jason and Terry and Tia, when they stepped up and, you know, brought me into this opportunity. I was at the lowest point in my life in, you know, 2018. And I was just looking for something. I really didn't care what they did. I didn't know it was insurance. I didn't care if they were selling peanut butter. I just needed to be a part of a team and a family and something that could really lift me up and give me that support. So I'm so grateful to Terry and Tia. You know, I remember back during those times when I first started working, I know there's people on here that were just like me. You know, use your last little bit of money, you know, your bill money to buy leads, and you were just hoping and trusting that it would work. You know, there are people who were, I remember running appointments, and I told my sister this, who is actually a part of our organization now. I told her this last week, and she couldn't believe it. But I remember going through the drive-thru at Wendy's, scraping up change in my car to buy a 4 for $4 before one of my appointments. And she was just like, what? But you never asked mom and dad for money. And I never did. And I never asked anyone because I believe so much in this system. And I went out that same day and made sales. You know, it's just, we have such an incredible opportunity. And if you really choose to believe in what we're doing, I mean, this thing can just pay big time. I mean, to go from that in 2018 to now making 6 figures. You know, my sister, she is on board with me as a partner of mine. I mean, she made a check the other day that it would have took her 2 weeks to make that check at her old job. And she made it in 1 day. And she just cried and could not believe that this thing was real. So I'm really, really excited. You know, hit agency manager, which has been a goal of mine since coming into this organization. And finally did it. And now, you know, have my sights on, like, to have an opportunity to even go partner. I was talking to Terry and Tia about that. And I was questioning myself when we were in Aruba, like, I don't know, is it possible? Can I really go partner? And started thinking, well, maybe I just need to settle for not going partner. And Terry and Tia, y'all really inspired me when we were in Aruba and reminded me that, Mia, you can have it all. I have an incredible boyfriend. He's super, super supportive. Military guy, has a great career. He's not in the business yet, but supports me like no other. And he said right after Terry said that, he said, you can really have it all. So I got my mind set back on partner and the support of this team and having the people around us to make this thing happen. I'm just fired up. like getting my sales backed up. They had dropped down a little bit. We were traveling and having fun all over the place. So getting my sales back to where they were before, and being able to do this with people that I love. And then Aruba scuba diving. I mean, we scuba dived for the first time. We were holding hands underwater. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like a dream. Like, this is what people see on Instagram. Scuba diving underwater, horseback riding on the beach and through the mountains, eating these elaborate dinners with all the top leaders of the company. This is really the type of life that I prayed for. And now, you're right, Terry. I don't know how long my name is going to be Fennell, but I'm really glad. I'm really glad that, I'm here and blessed, very, very blessed to have this team. So Riddle, you the bomb, man. Thank you so much for even having me on this call and bringing me a part of this team and letting me into this family, because I definitely appreciate it.
We're just honored to have you on the team, and you're so much fun. Some of the stuff you were talking about made me think about it's like the times that were the most fun and the most growth came from was, and you learned a lot, was when things absolutely suck. So when you go through tough things, you go through that stuff, and it's kind of like you just fall on your face, but it gives you the opportunity to learn new skills and learn new things and develop new skills and get out there and do it. And you've kind of shown that. So I'm just super proud of the stuff that you go through and continue to battle and continue to do. And I love having you on the team. You're so much fun, and hanging out with you and getting to know Jacob, and apparently going to a wedding soon and stuff. Who knows? I don't know. You're the one that said it, not me. I'm just going off what you said.
Yeah, we don't know when a wedding is happening, and we're not going to put no pressure on my man, but
you're the one that put the pressure on. You said, I don't know how much longer it's going to be that name. So I was just going with it.
How long it's going to be, but we'll make sure that, everybody comes to the wedding and knows about the wedding when it happens, but he is a great guy.
So, he's a Steelers fan. He's got to be, you know what I mean? It's all good. So he doesn't like the Washington football team or anything like that. He likes a real team. So
at least we can win a game. They just cut y'all game off the other day on TV. They were like, just go to commercial break. This is enough.
So, but it's so much fun. Me and I just love having you on the team, and love getting to know him more and more as well. So it's awesome stuff. Great job.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to kick it over to one girl, because I know she's out running like crazy, and she's got a couple appointments set up and running back and forth. But my good friend, Stephanie. Hey, girl, what you doing?
Hey, Riddle, what's going on? Thanks for having me.
No, you're out there grinding it away, working your butt off and jumping on here. We appreciate you jumping on, but I know you got a ton of great stuff going on in your team. New qualified agency manager after October. So October was your second month. So you're a new agency manager inside the Alliance. You got to be the newest, because the only way they could do is tie you if someone else hit it in October. So what's that?
I'm the newest district manager.
Oh, newest district manager. That's right. That's right. Congratulations. Yeah. So you said, what the heck? I don't need that agency manager stuff. I like when people just jump those levels. So, but congratulations. And kind of, if you could just share a little bit of what's going on in your team and things that are going on. And I know you're traveling like crazy too. I was just, when we were going through that, when Tia was scrolling through that stuff, I saw your picture up on there doing stuff and getting out there and helping your agents and getting going. Could you kind of tell some people what's going on, what you're doing, and then kind of what you're building towards?
Yeah, absolutely. I have it recently in this last year started traveling a lot. I have a couple people who are really working their butt off. And so I'm just figuring it out. I try and communicate with, a lot of people in the company who are doing it and successful, and just try and copy what they're doing. So I have some ads out in Tennessee area. I'm trying to host my own first opportunity meeting, which is like really crazy to me. Like, if you would have talked to me about this last year, I would have been like, no, get out of here. But it's amazing how when you put your mind to something and you kind of stick to it, things can just evolve like that. My team is growing. It's very cool to see how new people coming on can start making money and then start building their own organization. The dream is to be partner. I I just haven't wrapped my mind around that yet, like what that would actually mean. But I know that that end result is what I want. But I've gotten a lot better at communicating. So that is definitely one thing like that needs to sit down and game plan, 6 months, 12 months, 5-year goals, things like that. We are lucky because we have amazing leaders in this company. I know that I could call Paul Roberts right now and talk to him about it, and he would take the time out to talk to me, even though he has no financial gain off of it. That's just the kind of people we have in this company. So I have learned that communication is everything. Y'all always say communication is the lubrication to financial affairs. Like all these little things you guys have, they are burned in my brain. So I try and think about that a lot. But right now I'm really excited to help Amy out in Tennessee build her team. She's been recruiting like crazy. So we got a small group for Friday night. We're in the Knoxville area. If anybody wants to send some people there, I'd love to have them. And then I have Michelle and Ed Lee here in Florida. They've been working pretty hard. So, I'm starting with the people who are really showing me, but I have recently brought on some people. We're just pumped up.
Awesome, Stephanie. And I know where you talked about you can reach out to people and stuff, other people in the Alliance to help you, and you have a great team there in Treasure Island office and stuff. But some of the things that I just know that Andy's taught me over the years, there'll never be a time in this business or even in your life where you don't need other people's help. It's a lesson I've learned the hard way many times. I can tell you it's a lot of times I'd make progress through my own experiences and then not reach out for help and then fall backward steps. So it's one of those things that Andy Albright's put in place for us to where he's given us the ability to go out there and build relationships and have that help all over there. And I'm proud of you for reaching out to people and building those relationships and now paying it back with your travel and helping your guys out, but also opening it up to anyone in the Alliance to come out and pay that back. So that's cool. And I just love how you've gotten that over the years and now you pay it forward to other people. So I'm proud of you for doing that. Keep it up. And I'm super proud of you. Congratulations on district manager and being the newest district manager in the Alliance and continue to grow and your team continues to explode. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm excited to get that ring in January. Everybody should come. It's life-changing. National Convention is why I started going crazy. So anybody wants to change their business, get to National Convention.
And all these people on this call will be there. I promise you. They'll all be there. So we'll keep it on the east side of the Treasure Island office, and we'll kick it over to my good buddy, Brian Rojas, who's on the east side. We have a little competition, the east side versus the west side of the Treasure Island office down there. So the east side, I think the east side's winning, but we'll let the west side talk in a minute. But Brian, same thing, man. I know you're out there kicking butt, taking names, traveling all over the country. I think you took a red-eye flight and slept on that on the way home for a couple hours, and now you're back at the office dialing today and kicking butt. Kind of same thing, kind of tell them what's going on in your life and your business and kind of what you're trying to do too.
Guys, my name is Brian Rojas. Thank you so much, Andy Riddle, for allowing me to come on this call with all these warriors, with all these people that I love. And not only do I love, but I admire and I respect because they got this thing called smoke of battle. And you can just tell when somebody is just a person that just goes out there and gets it. You know what I mean? And makes no excuses. I love those type of people, and I love getting around those type of people. So to you guys, to my heroes in the Alliance, thank you so much for believing in me and Crystalline. We love you, we respect you, and we honor you guys. Andy and Jen Albright, thank you for the opportunity as well. So guys, if you guys were to tell me 4 years ago that my life would look like this, that this would be the blueprint 4 years ago, I probably wouldn't even join the Alliance because of fear. It's just nuts what we're getting to do and what we're learning, how we're moving, how we're operating now. I mean, talk about, the Alliance takes you to a 10-day trip to Aruba. And while you're there, everywhere you look around, there's somebody that will impact your life. I'll give you an example. I was waiting in line to the extension to grab my hotel keys. And right behind me was Paul Roberts. And I just got to talk to Paul Roberts for a couple minutes, but those minutes changed my world. It's Paul Roberts, man. You know, while we're in Aruba, I got to talk to Andy Riddle, and he made a great point. He said this, we were talking, I was telling him, hey, man, look, it's 4 days in Aruba, and we're hanging out, we're having a great time. And he comes back with me, this is how you know Andy Riddle's a cleaner, man. He says, it's amazing how people will take 4 or 5 or 10-day trips, you know, for pleasure, but won't do that for their own business. And it hit me. Andy Riddle stayed behind, but he is not slowing down. He's creating separation. It was separation season for him. And it got me to thinking I cannot slow down. I cannot slow down. And it's crazy because we get from Aruba within less than 24 hours, we jump to basically West Palm Beach, which is about 4 hours away. And we go to this Tony Robbins event for 4 days. And I'm looking at myself and I'm hanging around Andy Riddle to my right, Adam Katz to my left, behind me, Marcus Richardson, Brandon Manley. I mean, just these go-getters, you know what I mean? And to see us overcome our fears, overcome just all of our excuses, like seeing Andy Riddle walking on fire. Get that picture in your head for a second. You know what I mean? It was just insane. And then getting from there, 24 hours after that, I'm jumping on another plane to Reno. And getting coaching from like Andy Riddle, how to operate while I'm doing this, what to do, how to do it. You know what I mean? It's just like people can do this in other business, but who has a mentor that has already been there, who has paved the way? You know what I mean? Like one of the things that Andy Riddle taught me is like when you're there, try to make the most out of the days and try to be quick. Be like basically like the SEAL team. Go in and out. Go do damage, make damage, come out. You know what I mean? And it's just like while other people are wasting time, we're here. I'm here now. I'm getting ready to book appointments, getting ready to kill it. And it's just, dude, thank you so much for just coaching me through the whole process. You know, the vision is going partner and we're not stopping. And we're trying to be as relentless as you, man. But thank you for paving that way. And just thank you guys in this call. Thank you, because at some point, Lou Abadi, Terry and I, we were in Aruba out there on a Jeep on a rocky mountain. Miss T over there cheering them on and everything. We're going to fall off a cliff. But while we're hanging out with Terry, man, he was explaining to me how they used to do things back in this other company where they used to build. And we got to a conversation that totally changed my world, Terry. You know, 2 days later, I applied that. We had 10 people in the house, fast tracking and recruiting all of them. So thank you, bro. Thank you for giving me those insights. You know what I mean? And it's stuff like that, getting around people that will make you 1% better, man. So I appreciate you guys. We got some sharp people coming on board. We got Laura Hardy out here. She's working with me in the office and she's helping me out. My brother's coming in sharp and bringing in people underneath him. We got Wendy Roman. We got Heather, they're getting their license now. We got people out in the West Coast. The West Coast is the best coast. Just getting it done, you know, and I love what Andy Riddle, you showed me the example of just building relationships, get to know your foes, get to know them. And as you get to know them, you build trust. And with trust, you get to help them reach the next level, bro. So that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to help people get to their next level, man. So I appreciate every one of these leaders on this call. So thank you very much, brother.
Awesome, man. And hey, I want to share some of our conversations we've had, because I'm super proud of what you're doing and the stuff you're stretching yourself, doing all this stuff, going out there. And it's hard, man. I guarantee Brian had just gave you a bunch of energy, and I guarantee he's tired because he took the red eye home from Vegas last night. He was telling me when he landed, he's like, hey, I thought I was getting home at 7 and I took off at 10. I'd get a full night's sleep on that plane. But he forgot to say he loses 3 hours flying from the West Coast to the East Coast. So it's really only a 4 hour nap he got to take. And And I was telling him, I was like, you just grind it out hard and sleep on Sunday, man. Take a rest that day, sleep in, take whatever you got to do, but just go out there and super proud of him, because just a month ago, me and him were having conversations of him feeling stuck, meaning feeling stuck is he's not doing bad. I mean, he was writing 30,000 issue paid a month or more than that, and just not going where he wanted to go. And I was like, dude, you need to start getting uncomfortable again. It was uncomfortable for you to build your volume up to that level, and now that it gets uncomfortable, you're doing that stuff. And I started challenging him, and he has stepped up and started taking those challenges and traveling and doing things, and he's going to keep his volume up to keep his cash flow up and doing those things. So I'm just super proud of you, because it's a lot of hard work goes into it, no matter what you do. So when he was writing 30,000 issue paid, guess what? He felt he was working hard, and he was. And I'm not saying, but he wasn't gaining traction towards his goals. And because he was looking at things, and what he did was started counseling and getting around someone like me and Andy Albright and other top leaders, Paul Roberts, like you said, and just getting these decisions, and it helps get you through those struggles faster, but also challenges you to go to another level, man. And I just love the example you're setting for the entire alliance, but especially for your team, so they can see what you're doing, and you get guys copying what you're doing, man. Your business is going to absolutely take off. And continue doing that stuff. And I love the energy you brought, because I know you're tired, man.
Let's go, bro. And here's somebody asked me a question in Reno that I appreciated this question, bro. And here's the question: how do you deal with the sacrifices in this business? Right? How do you deal with all the sacrifices? And that alone, that's what we got to change. Because see, when I see Terry Edwards, when I see Olga and Jason, when I see Jerry, and when I see Andy Riddle, here's the way they think. This is not a sacrifice. See, a sacrifice, you don't get a return on your investment. This is an investment, baby.
Oh, you better talk about it, Rojas.
It's an investment, baby. We're looking towards our future, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is not a sacrifice. We know where we're going, Mia. We know his partner. You with me? So I'm going to get a return on my investment. That's a fact. You with me? When you sacrifice something, you don't get a return on an investment. You basically have to kill that thing. Here, you're getting a return on your investment. And it's that those mindsets shifts that you've helped me with Andy Albright. I said, like, go all out. Most people say, let me live my best life. Live your best life. Go all out. Go all out. Go in 24/7. See, and here's the way people operate out of fear, bro. I learned something hanging around all these. Where there is gratitude, there is no fear. Where there is gratitude, there's no fear, bro. So I would just encourage people to just start getting around leaders, top leaders, man. And these folks will show you these things. And attitude, your attitude is directly affecting your monies. Get your mind right. Get around leaders that got their mind right. Start seeing this thing as an investment for your future, y'all. I love you guys.
I love that, man. And it's just like sports. You put your best players in, and you guys are seeing my best players now, and the passion they got and what they're going after and what they're driving for, that championship that they're chasing for. And Brian, I just love your energy, man. It's one of those things that keep it up, dude. I'm super proud of what you're doing. So
thank you, brother.
All right. I'll kick it over to the west side of the Treasure Island office. Big Mike. You're not even at the office, man. You're in what the heck? The west side.
I'm on the east side of the office. Me and Colin are on the east side.
You're on the west side. They're closer. Oh, yeah. I keep getting this beach stuff all mixed up. Your beach is on the west coast over there. It's on the east coast where I live. That's why
we're on the Atlantic side. They're on the Gulf side.
Yeah. All right. So the east side of the office. The east side. Just west side just went. The east side of the office.
East side.
Tell us, Mike. Tell us what I know. We got a bunch of your guys on here. We got your first three legs. They're going to be talking. Two already talked. One's going to go here in a second. But tell us what are you super excited about in your business? Because they're telling you they're already talking about all the stuff and which counts for you.
Yeah.
Like, what do you got going on and stuff?
What am I excited about? You just heard two of them. You got a third one coming on. That's what I'm excited about. And I'm also excited about the people we just brought on. We got this young lady, Melissa Espinoza with Donato. And I'm going to go be seeing them tomorrow. And we're doing a home meeting. And we just hired a guy up in the Northeast from them. It's amazing the change that I have seen in these people. Amazing. These are not the same people that I knew when they first came on board. Stephanie Rodriguez is not the same. Brian Rojas is not the same. And Michelle Colin is not the same. They are different. And I love it. I love it. Here, and, you know, they're all talking about Aruba. You know what I loved about Aruba? That we had more people at Aruba than we had gone to Paris the time before. We had Stephanie and Michelle. That's their first time. We had Brian. It's a hell of a lot more fun to go to Aruba with your team than it is by yourself. And, you know, they were talking about how Brian was riding some Clydesdale horse. I don't know what the hell he was riding. I was underwater with Mia, and I looked like a little manatee. And, but yeah, it was amazing. It was absolutely, I'm fired up about the whole damn thing, bro. Stephanie's traveling. I saw when Brian went to I even asked his assistant, Laura, I said, when's he coming back? Is he not going to sleep? And it inspires me. So thank you, Rojas, for inspiring me. And you got Michelle out there. She went out and killed it yesterday, broke 3,700, and her team's coming on. So there's a lot of excitement. You know, Riddle, let me tell you something. When I came on board here, I came to make $500 a pop. You know, we just came back from Aruba. You think Aruba was in my future when I joined? You think Paris was in the future? You think the Greek Isle cruise was in the future? Do you think sitting at a 50-yard football field, watching a coin toss was in the future? I mean, we could go on about all these trips. $500 a pop. And this is what it turns into. If this place don't change your life, it's because you don't want it changed. It's that simple. So I'm proud of the team. I'm very proud of the whole team that's on this call, because by myself, I couldn't do it, but together with all of us, we're a hell of a lot more powerful. So turn it over to Michelle, Riddle.
I like it, Mike. I like it. I mean, it's one of those things. You got three great guys. They're all on this call. But you're also getting out there. They're going down to Naples tomorrow, working with the new leg down there, and that's already leading you because you're driving depth in it to other spots in the Northeast and all that. It's kind of like one of those things. I like that you're showing them. You know what I mean? Because you could sit back and just watch these three grow and let them take off, but you're out there showing people to go out there and keep doing it. And it's one of those things. It's like you're winning and doing things that are going to make you win. You know, and you're making it, and I like how you're doing it, because you're making it where you're making winning so undeniable that they can't take it from you, and you're just not leaving any doubt for it. I love it, dude. I'm proud of you for traveling. I'm proud of you going down to Naples and working on some other legs, getting those going, and giving these three guys the freedom to go out there and run. You know, and you keep running too, and that's just a huge thing. You're going to get, you know, partners in your future. You keep doing that kind of stuff, man, and it's just great stuff where you keep going out there and keep doing that stuff and leading and showing them's the key. And that's what you're doing. I'm proud of you, man, for doing that. So keep it up. Awesome job, dude. All right. Now I got to get the directional code thing done. I need a compass or something, but going to the other one on the east side of the office, the east side. It's like,
east side.
You would think, Mike, it's like flipping a coin. I would be at least 50% right. And I'm running at about 10%. So, I mean, I'm not even flipping the coin right. So, the east side of the office, Michelle, I know you got some crazy stuff going on. You got mad at me last week because I took a picture with Marcus Richardson, and I said, and you got mad because you said I was like fraternizing with the enemy and stuff in your contest you guys got going on. So,
a traitor.
Well, tell us.
So I'm Michelle Colin Avi. So thank you so much for having me on the call. You know, I used 6 months ago, I would see these names, all of them, all over the leaderboards. I was nowhere on it. I was not invited, but to just be on the call, I'm just so honored to be next to these guys, be on stage with them. Sometimes I'm like, really? You know, Steph and Brian, they're pretty tall cotton. And, you know, now we're kind of lumped in like a little group of three, which is just so cool. And, you know, as their teams are growing, you know, I thought sales, you know, doing this is my first sales thing ever. And that's a learning curve, you know, that whole sales job. And then you think you overcame the curve, and then building is like a whole other curve, you know, and then whatever natural leader thing you have in you, you know, this is tapping into a whole other gear. So as my team is growing and their team is growing, their team is also growing me as a leader as I lean in to hear what they're doing, and as they lean in to ask me for help and stuff. So it's just really, really cool. And then, you know, Mike kind of he set the tone for everybody to even be here now. So it's just so cool. I'm just so grateful to be in the office that we're at, to have the access to the people that we have. You guys were so welcoming to me and Cassie and I, excuse me, on the trip. And that was really cool to see. My guys, they are growing like crazy now. It's just been, we got this girl, Maria, who was in Texas. She moved to Florida to be closer to me and Jason. And she just moved this weekend, and she's going to start running appointments, or she moved this past weekend. She's starting to run this week, and she went 4 deep in one leg. And I mean, it's just crazy. People are doing it. And I'm just excited for the ride, where it's going to take me. I don't think we're nowhere near the top or where we want to be just yet. So I'm really excited.
Well, cool. And I'm super proud of you. I love how like you guys got that little team down there, and you guys stick together and help each other out. And, problem solving that you guys come up with. And I'm super proud of just watching you, listen, learn, and take action towards the stuff that you want to do. As you continue to go out there and your team continues to grow, and it's starting to pay off with the guys on your team and the girls on your team starting to get out there and follow the lead that you do. It's one thing that Andy's always taught me. He's like, they're always going to do like 10% of what you do. So you need to do a lot of good stuff, but they'll do 100% of the bad stuff. You know what I mean? So, and I just love the leader you're growing into, and the way you're leading the guys and doing those right things and showing them the way to get through stuff. And it's also too, it's one of the things I like about you is it's like, it's hard for people to throw excuses at you because you're out there doing it, because you're leading that way, and you're like, wait a minute. I mean, we're working the same area. We're doing this. I was like, I don't get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, I guess you get all the leads of the families that don't.
I get the best ones. Nobody ever tells me no.
Everyone you get comes with a check already attached to it, I think. And then your guys get the ones that the families hate each other and stuff. So
that's it. Yeah.
You're just the chosen one. So
I think so. We need to find more chosen ones.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
The chosen ones are the ones that make those decisions that work past those issues. You know what I mean? And that's you. So I'm super proud of the things you're doing, Michelle. And I know you're carrying Big Mike over there on that east side, right?
Yeah, he ain't light either, Mike. You better, let's go. No, but Anthony, thank you so much. I'm like gonna head, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna head into this appointment now. Thank you guys so much for having me on the call. I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Mike, you're the one who brought up the manatee thing. I agree, manatees are not light. So Mia could confirm if you look like a manatee underwater, I guess, since he was down there with you. So
it's only the truth.
Manatee, yeah.
Or a seal.
Hey, Riddle.
Yeah.
So Big Mike said when they was scuba diving, that he was having a hard time staying underwater. They had to put a big rock on his back to keep him down to about. He was more so snorkeling than scuba diving.
I'm a witness. It was hilarious.
Sounds like he was looking like a sea turtle.
I was. They put an anchor on my back.
So he was having a hard time staying underwater. When we was riding through the mountains on the Jeep, me and Brian Rojas, we had another problem. See, we weren't on a lifted Jeep. Our Jeep was a regular size Jeep. And I guess the weight distribution, but we almost tore the whole exhaust system on that thing. One time we just had to stop and tell everybody to get out. And Junior Korea gonna say, well, if y'all drive faster, you will have better traction. I said, bro, we don't have no traction problem.
Oh gosh.
You got a height and weight problem.
Poor Mike. Everybody make fun of the poor.
Hey, CVS don't ask height and weight. That's why we write so much of it.
So awesome. Well, I missed that stuff, but I was back here holding down the fort. So, but it sounds like that's fun stuff. See the stuff you missed by not going on the trips? I feel left out already. So, all right. We're going to kick it over my good buddy, Lou Body, down there in the South Treasure Island office, I guess, but he's not in the office, but he's south of it. So Lou, same thing, man. I know you got a lot of great stuff going on, you and Edie and with your team and stuff going on. If you could share a little bit of kind of how your business is taking off and the stuff that you guys are planning on doing in the future, man.
So first, I want to thank Andy and Jane allowing me. Riddle, thank you. You've been an amazing mentor. I love having you around me. Thank you. Yeah, definitely proud of my team. Omar came out of the gate swinging. He's crushing it. I believe you're going down tomorrow to San Diego to help build his team down there, correct, Mr. Riddle?
Flying out there. Yep, out there to see a bunch of Omar's buddies.
So Omar's going to be blowing up pretty soon over there as well. Stevie B has been hiring up in New York. We got a bunch of agents up there. I'm going to be heading up there soon, working out a date with them, waiting for them to get back to me. I'm actually going to Orlando next Tuesday. I'll be in Orlando next Tuesday. I got a small team starting to build there. One of the girls is coming over from another company. She's got 4 or 5 agents she wants me to meet with. So I'll meet with them and a bunch of others, and I'll be dialing with them next Tuesday and just going over what we do and showing them. So yeah, I'll be traveling a little bit, doing some stuff. Brantley Dunn has been taken off. Brantley Dunn's hiring. We just fast-tracked, I think, 2 this week for him. Well, last week we fast-tracked him. So Brantley's doing well, writing, also just, like I said, recruiting. And I'm upping my numbers as far as recruiting now. I'm not holding back. I'm going in. There is nothing else. I mean, I'm proud of my agency managing. I'm proud of the next 2 rings I'm going to be getting, but I'm not going to be really proud until I hit partner. And that's what I'm going to hit. And I'm going to go partner with you guys.
Well, awesome, man. And I know you got a lot of good stuff going on in different things that you do. And it's one thing I respect out of you, Lou, is like we talk like every day. I know Edie picks on us that we talk way too much and all that kind of stuff.
Calls it a bromance.
So, but it's the way you work, the relentlessness of that, you working inside your business and helping your guys. And I know you're going over to Orlando, and then you guys are planning a trip up to New York, and just getting out there and helping your guys and being that leader to show them the way and stuff, and doing different things. And just in the aspects of being humble in the same sense of doing it, like giving me the honor to go out to San Diego and work with your guys and not getting mad at me for doing it, because it's, one, it's just, and I mean, and that's a big deal. I mean, some people would say, well, heck, he's paying for all this stuff to go out there and do that stuff. A lot of people have offense to that, and you don't. You let me go out there and work with them and give me the, at least until I screw something up, at least let me go do it and work with him out there. But it's fun to do that. And it's like, we were texting back and forth the other day, and he's like, should I go on? And I was like, no, you should go, but just not when I'm there. Let's divide and conquer. Let's take over this thing. And the second I told him that, he started scheduling different things like the Orlando trip, a New York trip, and all that kind of stuff, and just pivoting instantly like that, and just making the changes to go out there and build it and do the things that we need to do to where we can go out there and spread it. I mean, there's times where it's really good with us to travel together and have more firepower in the room and do things as well. But there's also good times to divide and conquer. And it's kind of the honor you give me to kind of like mentor you and give you and talk those things out on a daily basis is just it's a huge honor of mine. And I appreciate you and Edie allowing me to do that, the
honor, Riddle, really is all mine. I mean, mine and Edie's. Having you around is, it's like having a big brother.
She was texting me the other day stuff too, but I can't tell you what it was, just so you know.
And just in case, I'm going to call you out on this call with everybody listening. I have a little side bet now with Mr. Riddle. We agreed to a bet, and it's going to go national now. My hierarchy against his hierarchy by the end of the month.
Well, I'll do that one all day long because you're in my hierarchy. Good luck beating that. But that's base shop versus
base shop. Sorry, base shop. Sorry, my base shop.
I'll do hierarchy versus hierarchy if you want to. I got a good shot of winning that one.
I apologize. Base shop against base shop. So, Mr. Riddle, I called him out, and I'm calling him out in front of everybody. I will not lose that. And Mia, I'm going to climb the ladder. You're going to come. We're all going to get up there, and we're all going to go partner. All of us.
Awesome. Well, I'm super fired up about it. And just so everyone knows, I have the lead, and I'm going to keep the lead. So that's where we're at there. So we'll keep it going, All right. I'm going to kick it up to Chucktown to my good buddy Jerry Burbage over there. And I thought Cassie was going to be with you, but I must have made her mad, so she must have left or something. So,
man, oh man, what a call! What to say after all that? Thanks, Andy, for having me on. Yeah, we are fired up, man. Just listening to all you guys. Definitely going to start traveling more. Actually, Riddle and I were talking about that this morning. I was just talking with Caroline a couple of days ago, trying to set a date to get up there to Tennessee. I think Steffi said she's going there too on Friday. And I looked up where she was going, and it's only about 2 hours from where Caroline is. So I think we need to start working that together, Big Mike. Man, Aruba, that was wild. Just it doesn't take long to change your life. Just a few short years ago, I had hurt my back, basically forced into a different career, and but even before that, I had been looking for something different. I just wasn't sure what I was looking for, and I wasn't so focused on how it had to happen. I just knew that I wanted freedom, and I wasn't set on a specific way that I had to get it. I had tried the Amway gig, and thankful for that. When I responded to a video Riddle his company had put on, I want to say Monster. When I saw the system, I knew it was a system that I could win in. Got with him, broke as a joke. He paid for me to go to my first conference, everything. Said, hey, I think we'd only had one conversation on the phone. And he's like, you want to go? I'll pick you up. I'm like, sure. Meet me at this exit on 95. Left my car at a hotel and hopped in and went. And, the rest is history. We've, since then, Cassie and I got married. She's a huge part of where we are right now. That girl don't play. She's all over it. Me and Terry had a funny conversation yesterday. Man, she's a huge part of what we do. But this month has been crazy. Come back from Aruba. We went full time with this thing in 2019. Doubled my income from my job there, tripled it in 19, and now this year making more in overrides than I used to make at my job. Like, what? Come on, man. And we're just getting started. I just told her yesterday that next year, 2022, is going to be our breakthrough year. We're just down here piddling right now, but we're about to take off. This month, we've had four brand new unique writers get their first issue paid all in the last week, and they're all down in depth. We got Miss Loretta up in North Carolina, Crystal Miller here in Charleston, Patrice in Georgia, and Kenna up in Tennessee. Two of those are down under Fred and Cassie, and the other two are down under Caroline up in Tennessee. Caroline's also got two more people contracted in the last week, so definitely getting up there soon. She's about to knock out Alaska. She just started with us in April. She's at 116,000 points right now, so she'll have that done this month. It's just crazy, man, and it just thankful to be a part of a team. That's my thing growing up was I was always on a team. I had brothers. We always played sports. And when that went away, I was like, dang, what the heck do I do now? Because that was my goal. Stay in sports, go. But obviously you got to have your talent going with your dream in that aspect, and it ran out. But we got Jaquetta, Fred and Cassie and Caroline all working on knocking out agency managers. We should have 3 agency managers breaking out here pretty soon as well. We've doubled our unique writers this month, and it goes. So a few months back, I want to say in Christmas, Tim Long and Jake Krause, all you guys, y'all probably love this book if y'all hadn't seen it. My brother bought me this book, The Way of the Seal, and it's about Navy SEALs. And the biggest chapter in there is and I did it a few months ago when we went agency manager in March. Took those 2 months and I was real good at communicating what we were trying to do to everybody and finding out how much, like, hey, how much can you carry? Okay, cool. Well, with them, and just figure whatever anybody can do. And I said, I'll carry the rest. And so I'm getting back to that again too. Just helping people we all got struggles. You know, life's hard. Where do you want it to be hard at? I'd rather it be hard here with you guys, because I know each and every one of you got my back, and I want y'all to know I do too. So that's what I got, man. We're in this thing with you, all you guys, especially you, Riddle, Albright. Let's go.
Awesome, man. Super proud of what you and Cassie are doing there in Charleston and kind of leading the way there and doing the stuff and paying the stuff forward. I mean, a couple of things you hit on is back when we got started, you know, I flipped the bill for you and we jumped in the car together and went up to conference. And I know you've done that multiple times since then and we'll continue to do and paying stuff forward and leading the way. And just like everyone on this call, just leading the way that they're leading. Something happened to you guys down in Aruba. And I talked to every single one of you guys since you guys have been back. And it's one of those things. And I think this is what happened. Every single one of you went down there and you came back. You went down there with certain goals in your business and certain things. And and someone told you to basically rip them up or scratch them up and get rid of them and basically make all these guys have made their goals like 100 times bigger since they've been back. And the one thing that's going to do is that massive goals lead to massive action. And if you're not, you see it, you hear it, you know, they're putting it in place or they've already put it in place and they're putting in massive action to go out there. And when you lead to massive action leads to massive goals, accomplishing those massive goals. So they first put the big goal in, then they put the big action in, and then they achieve those big goals and they're doing it. It's just a cycle that they're doing it. It's going to be difficult. You know, it's one of the things I was talking about when Brian talked, I'm super proud of because when he's putting it in there, I guarantee he doesn't quite understand all the stuff he's doing and how he's going to keep doing it, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, 2 months, 3 months down the road, him continuing doing what he's been doing the last couple of weeks, all of a sudden it's going to be for him to write like 30,000 issue page, like no big deal. You know, a couple months of doing this stuff, it's going to be like, oh, this isn't so bad. This is no big deal too. And he's going to build that inside of you. And all these guys are building that inside of them, you know, in this call, doing the things that they're doing and making it. They're giving up the uncomfortableness now to kind of achieve those huge goals that they've placed for them since they've been back. And guys, all the Alliance, I would say, take whatever goal you have, rip it up, and just make it 100 times bigger. And then go out there and put in there that massive action, that massive work to go out there, help your guys, help your team do it, and help yourself go achieve those massive goals, because that's what we're doing here on the Riddle team. And we're just super honored to be part of this call. And we're super honored that Andy and Jane asked us to do it. And thank you, all the guys that are on here, for sharing and telling what you guys got going on. Super proud of all you guys and just honored to be working with you guys. Thank you again, Andy and Jane. And we'll see you guys soon. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thank you, Andy. Later, bro.